Hello everybody, welcome on. Jessie Wendell here, going live on Instagram, Facebook to talk about a topic that I teased a couple days ago, which is why I stopped doing nutrition coaching, and specifically for moms, postpartum populations. It's something that I used to offer in the past as a service in my business, and then I simply just got to a point where I'll tell you all about it, but it simply was not feeling right for me personally. So if you are a coach and you do nutrition coaching for moms, I don't want you to feel like you should stop as well. It didn't feel right for me anymore, especially since I entered postpartum round number 1 a couple of years ago. It just wasn't something that was jiving with me personally anymore. So you could be at a completely different stage, and that's okay too. Okay, so number 1, why I stopped doing nutrition coaching for moms was that it wasn't fun to talk about anymore. It wasn't fun for me to talk about food that much or the specifics of eating. I just got kind of bored of it. I just really stopped caring that much. I stopped having that much interest in food. So I think I could see the value in it leading up to my first pregnancy. Through pregnancy, that really started to shift for me when I experienced food aversions. Totally changed my relationship with food again, as many of these experiences that we go through in our lives do, especially pregnancy and postpartum. But postpartum, I especially felt like I do not care to talk about this anymore. It wasn't interesting for me. It wasn't lighting me up. I also just felt like I didn't know how to talk about the way that I coached food or the way that food was important to me in my life. So these ways that we label the manner in which we eat, such as habits or balance or intuitive eating, none of that felt really good for me. None of that felt really comfortable or like, yes, that is what I'm talking about. Nothing fit. So I didn't know how to talk about it. I started getting even uncomfortable with the ideas of habits and balance, and those words didn't identify the way in which I wanted to talk about food. The only way in which I wanted to and still want to talk about food is doing that, having that relationship yourself with food in a way that feels good for you. Are you eating in a way that feels good for you? That's all I care about for my clients. And how am I going to charge a service out of that? I don't want to. I don't want to at all. If someone needs more guidance than that, I want to pass them on to a professional that I trust deeply, who can talk about the relationship mentally, emotionally, physically with food, and who feels good doing that. For me, that's often a registered dietitian who takes a more whole food or holistic view of nutrition coaching with their clients. Oh, sorry, I just had I hope we're coming back here. Oh no, I can't see now. A call come in. I'm just gonna end this on Instagram and come back on. Just 1 second. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. What I was saying, hopefully I don't get another call here. I should have shut that off. I like to refer out if I have a practitioner who is really comfortable speaking about the physical, the mental, the emotional relationship with food. That is such a big topic. It is so much to cover, and it just is not where my heart lies. And I don't feel like I can do that as best as I want to be able to do that with people, simply because my energy and my attention is not there anymore. So that was a biggie. Again, to reiterate, the words that we often see coming up in nutrition coaching, especially geared at moms, is create more balance, do your habits, eat intuitively. And it all felt just kind of bullshitty for me, to be honest with you. It still does. It just doesn't jive for me in my life. A big reason for that is that I didn't want to bring more attention on my own relationship with food, and I still don't at these times in pregnancy and postpartum. Perhaps this is old stuff that still surfaces from me a little bit. I'm getting triggered with food nutrition when I think about it or when I put too much energy into it. So for me, postpartum, especially pregnancy now, it just is best if I don't focus on it too much myself. So that's what I think can come up for other clients, other moms that I'm working with as well, is that often they need to remove the focus from food. They don't need to put more attention on food. Often the attention needs to come back and away from food. And I don't know how to coach nutrition often in a way that does that too, other than having conversations about it. And again, it doesn't feel like something that I would morally feel good charging for. So that's why I don't offer it. One more thing that has started to come up for me as well is these layers of privilege in the coaching that I do and in the clients that I get to work with. And a huge layer of privilege is in food and food access. And that's all a bit uncomfortable for me in nutrition coaching as well right now. And I'm not really sure how to reconcile that. So those are some reasons why I stopped doing nutrition coaching for moms. It really just didn't feel good in my soul. I don't know how to talk about nutrition coaching in a specific structured way. And maybe it doesn't need to be done like that. But for me to have a service that I offer specifically as nutrition coaching, I feel like it needs to be somewhat structured. And I can't put that together because I don't know how that works. And I don't know how that works in many moms' lives either. For me, I don't think about food that much in my life. And I don't want to. I don't know if other moms want to do that. Some of them do, absolutely. And they're in a place where they want that to be their focus. For me, I do not want that to be my focus personally. So I don't want to put that on myself, and I don't want to put that on lots of other people too. Again, like I was saying, sometimes we need to pull back the focus on food to actually have a more effective relationship with food and nutrition. So I think that's everything that I wanted to say with that. So this is, again, specifically related to postpartum moms, nutrition coaching, just my discomforts around that and why it didn't feel right for me to offer nutrition coaching at this stage of my life anymore. If you are listening, you can definitely let me know if you have any questions about this stuff, or I see some of your comments that this is making sense for you too. Sorry, I just have all these calls coming in right now. Hopefully that all makes sense though. If you are interested more so in coaching postnatal populations, this is what my course, the Postnatal Fitness Specialist Academy, dives into more in depth. And it is opening Monday, April 16th for our next class. So I'll post a link below and I'll give you some more details on how we talk about nutrition coaching in that course as well. Okay, everybody, have a great afternoon and let me know what you think about this topic.